Everybody, JT the Soccer Scholar here. Justin Thomas talking about GMC Matchday 6 for the boys side. First, get you caught up from Matchday 5, where I went undefeated in my picks. Mason, 2-0 victory over Lakota East to keep the advantage in their court for their title defense of the GMC. Lakota West with a 2-0 road win over Princeton. Colerain, 1-0 over Oak Hills. And Fairfield, 2-0 over Middletown. Hamilton and Sycamore postponed due to Big Blue COVID issues. Get you to your boys standing now. Mason with that victory over Lakota East continues that 5-point advantage for the GMC. They're 5-0-0, 15 points on the season here. Fairfield and Colerain still in second with 10 points apiece. Princeton with 7, Sycamore with 5, Lakota East and Lakota West both with 4, but still with some games in hand. Oak Hills 3, Middletown 1, and Hamilton yet to get their points in the GMC. So with that said, couple matches that are coming your way tonight, and then most of them will be on Thursday. But for tonight, a big one. Talked about those games in hand for both East and West, and here's one of them. Lakota West hosting Lakota East. It's senior night for the Firebirds as they take on their rival, the Thunderhawks. And it's also going to be a really good battle between two very good soccer programs, and that's why I will be there for my match of the week. Reminder tonight at on Chatterbox Plus, and it's going to be around 6:50 p.m. will be when the broadcast starts, and then we'll take it from there. Our technical difficulties from last week between Lakota West and Mason should be all sorted out, so we should be good to go at Westchester tonight for this broadcast. It's my match of the week. I think it's going to be a really good one. So because of that, I will not pick a winner in this, but I think this is going to be a very good battle. Obviously, last year, Lakota East was 3-0 winners over Lakota West. The Firebirds looking to get things back here. And both, they had a tough week where Lakota West lost to Mason at home. Lakota East lost to Mason on the road. So both have dropped it to the GMC leader, but definitely they want to still get themselves back up and try and at least get up to the upper echelons to see if Mason will slip or something like that. But it's got to start here in Becca Ridge. So another match coming your way tonight. Talking about anything, if the Comets can slip or anything like that. Well, let's be honest. Mason went through the gauntlet last week, got a road win over Lakota West, a home win versus Lakota East, and then we're just edged out on the road against St. X. This one here, Hamilton has not played in a minute. And when I say minute, I mean a couple weeks because of COVID issues. I think Mason's going to score a bunch of goals and win it tonight. Remind you, home victory or visitor victory or draw for my picks. I'm taking Mason straight up with the win. Matches then Thursday. So if you're watching this on Thursday, these are the matches for tonight. That's already happened. But Sycamore hosting Fairfield. This one's going to be interesting. This was a hard one for me to pick. I initially was leaning towards Sycamore, but I do have the win draw option for Fairfield. And, Sycamore slowly getting it kind of back into where they kind of are supposed to be. Fairfield has having a really good start to the season. They lost to Mason 2-0 early on, but have kept things right up there. They're in second place. And I'll be honest, I think we're going to go with the Indians for the win draw option, probably more or less of a draw. But mind you, Sycamore at home has had a weird GMC slate. They tied Lakota West 1-1. They lost to Colerain 1-0. I think this might be a situation where Fairfield maybe surprises some folks and goes in there and gets a draw in Sycamore Township. Oak Hills hosting Middletown. This one's another interesting one. Oak Hills at home. They're definitely not exactly where they were last year, but they lost a lot of senior talent. Guys are still trying to get in the mix of things. They're taking on a very tough midi squad, and Middletown would get the draw option here, but I think Oak Hills is going to find a way to get a result in this one. They've come so close so many times. The Highlanders haven't just come up short. I think at this one they might get the victory at home. Lakota East hosting Princeton. Princeton had a really good upstart to the season. Dropped the result here to Lakota West last match day. Taking on Lakota East, I think the Thunderhawks are going to bounce back from that loss against Mason. Obviously, they'll have that matchup with Lakota West prior to this, but I'm going to take the Thunderhawks to get that victory at home. That brings us to Lakota West and Colerain. Look, Colerain is right up there. Can they get another result? Can they keep pace up there trying to battle with Mason? Because Cardinals do play Mason in the final game of the season. However, Lakota West, I think this is a situation where the Firebirds are actually better than the record really indicates. They dropped a result to Moeller. They tied St. X. They dropped a result to Anderson, who's yet to be beaten. I'm going to take the Firebirds for the win in this one.